Hello and welcome to another lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about annotations in Java, which is a very key concept in Java. Let us discuss. The first thing to understand about annotations is they provide meta information about our classes, interfaces, or fields or methods. They will provide us with the meta information. For example, at the rate override, if we put the particular method, that method means that it is overridden from the superclass. So there will be a checking on compile time checking of the particular validation of the condition. So there are several ways these annotations can be used within our programs. And if you work in frameworks and all, then you will understand there are specified annotations for each frameworks, and they will be using annotation to handle the pretty much every code in frameworks. And now let us discuss about some of the annotations which are available in Java by default. So the first one is at override, which we already know. When we override a particular method, we will use the override method, override annotation. And next is that deprecated. So deprecated means it will, if your method is not you want to stop using the particular method, then you can make others stop using the method by making the particular method deprecated. So if you make a method deprecated, then no one else will be able to access, and if they access the method, then they will get a warning of using while using it. And next is suppressed warnings. So suppressed warnings, how it will work is if there are compile time warnings and you want to escape that warnings and avoid printing the compile time warning messages, so we can use the suppressed warning for annotation for that purpose. Now let us discuss about some more features of annotation. So the must thing is we can implement our own annotations using custom annotation feature in Java. So custom annotations are those annotations which we define ourselves. So if it's like a class, we can have an annotation, and in that annotation we can define methods in it, and then we can have logic for that particular annotation written over it. And how we will handle annotations is with the help of reflection API and other APIs, we will be able to modify some of the behavior of the objects in real time. By that means we will be able to use the annotation feature. And some of the types of annotations now we want to discuss. So types are, the first one is the marker annotation. So marker annotation, for example, at the rate override, there are no methods on the particular annotation, so it is a marker annotation. And next is then next type of annotation is single valued. So single valued annotations will have single value. There will be only one field to fill the particular annotation. And second type is multi-valued. Third type is multi-valued. So multi-valued means you can have multiple values in that particular annotation. So that's it about some of the basic things about annotation. Now let us see some of the built-in annotation features. So there is an annotation about annotation feature is there. So that is means meta information about our custom annotations will be provided by another annotations, a set of annotations. So one thing to remember again is annotations uh, can store methods which can have default values, and annotations can have these methods in them, and we can use the methods in our program at any place where we are specifying the particular annotation to be present. Now let us see how we can create this built-in annotation. So first one to understand is at target. So it will specify which is the target annotation to be and which is the target annotation. So it will specify which for which element you are going to target your annotation. For example, if it is a class, or if it is an interface, or it is a field, or if it is a method. So like that we can specify each. And one more thing to understand about annotation is annotations, you can have primitive types as well as enums for annotation functions, so annotation methods. And next thing which we need to understand here is at the rate retention. So retention will tell what at what time, till what time this annotation feature will work. So if it is a compile time or it's a runtime feature or like that, we can specify it. And the next type is header rate inherited. So it will mention specify whether a particular annotation can be inherited or not. And finally the header rate documented, so it will specify whether this annotation should be documented in the Java doc. So that's all about the annotation concept in Java. So now let us see some programs based on annotations. Now let us discuss about a program based on annotations, in this program we are going to create a custom annotation which will provide the meta information about a method. So the purpose of this program is to simulate the particular annotation feature. So annotations can be declared like this at the right interface. So if in your Eclipse or workspace, if you are trying to create annotation, go to right particular package and right click on new annotations. Like that you have to create the annotations, and this will be coming like this at the right interface followed by the annotation name. And in these annotations we can have abstract methods. You can see methods here declared one by one: name, since, and tested, these three values. So you can have also default value which I am providing. And the one thing to notice here is the meta information about annotations. So the retention and target annotations has to be filled so that your annotations will work. Here you can see retention is target is method, and retention is runtime. So like that. Now let us go through the main method to see how I am executing this program. So we are in the main method. So here I have can see there is a method how to print say hi method is there, and in that method I am using the annotation. You can see I'm passing in the values. So default value I am not passing, but automatically the default value will be setted, and the other values I am passing name and since. And after that in this method I'm not doing anything, just printing a particular value into the console. And after that let us see go to the main method of this program. So in the main method I am using a process called as reflection. So reflection is a process by which we will change the runtime behavior of the object. So here I am trying to access the runtime, whatever the objects has annotations. So the particular of annotations of the particular object will be fetched. Now let us see how I am accessing. So here I am using the dot class notation to get the class object of the particular annotation. So we will learn about reflection in the next lesson, next lecture. We will explain fully about how reflection is. And for now let us see simply how I am accessing the annotation. So once I get access to the method, I will use the get annotation method to get to the particular annotation class. And after that, once I get a hold of the annotations class, then I will call each method of the particular annotation and print their values. And I will have some exceptions, and I will have no such method exception and other exceptions are there. So we will handle those exceptions by using the catch block. Now let us see the output of this program. So here you can see the values of the annotations are getting printed. So this is how one way of doing the annotation feature. Annotations and meta information is provided for the particular method. So here you can see above whatever I declared values, that values have been coming by using the help of reflection API. We are able to fetch those values. And now let us see another program about annotations. Now let us see another program based on annotations. So here we can see in this program I am going to implement a DB column annotation which will mention a particular field based on a field, whether it will be database, whatever the field column will be there. Like that I will mention using this annotation class. And in this program we will go through all the fields, how we can annotate a particular field and provide the particular values, and how can we access those field values. Like that how we with the help of reflection how we will be able to access the annotations. So now let us start. So here this is a DB column annotation. So this annotation is declared like this, and the retention policy is declared, and target type is declared. All the values are declared correctly, and after that I am declaring some fields methods in the particular annotation. and after that I have some default value also. And here you can see no default values. I will have some enums to store. Enums can be also used as a type in the particular methods, so we can pass enums. So I created an enum for the type, and I am storing the particular values. And now let us see the main method of this program. So here we can see the main class, in which I will have the logic of having the particular fields db colon annotation. So here you can see in the student class I have different fields declared. Each fields I am initializing using the db. Above the particular field I have put the db colon annotation and initializing the values. So like this you can declare annotations above the fields, so that is possible. Now let us use the main method. So in the main method you can see this picture. I am using the reflection API similar to the last program we seen how I am accessing the particular fields. Here I am using the get declared fields to access to the particular fields that are present, and then I will use get declared annotations by type method in the reflection API to get to access to the particular annotations. One the zeroth one I will take, so that's why that will get the particular annotation, and I will print all the annotations details one by one. Each field names, field values will be printed here one by one. Each values will be printed. Now let us see the output of this program. So here you can see the output. So all the values are getting populated. The string, whatever the field values which we given in the annotations has been printed correctly. So this is we can use annotations to fields in this example we have seen. So in this lecture we are going to see about annotations in Java, which is used to provide the meta information about classes. So it will provide all the meta information, such as if we want to give the length. Here in this example we are provided length and the other properties to the particular db colon annotation. So similarly we can have any set of methods inside annotation, and we can have any different combinations. And that's it about annotations. Thank you for watching this lecture. I'll be back with the next lecture. Thank you.